83. There's about 12:15. I tell you what's tough is sunny, not a cloud in the sky. Called the regular meeting of January 5th, 2007 to order. Roll call. Tim.
Here.
Phil.
Here.
Walter.
Here.
LB. Myself. Need to review and approve the minutes of our regular meeting of December 5, 2016. Have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second. Who seconded it? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next item is review and approval of the operating report of November 30, 2016. Any discussion?
Motion to approve.
Got a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Excuse me.
Any opposed? Next item is approval of construction pay request.
What we need to do these separately.
If you want to.
We're going to be saying that on the transportation that as funds arrive.
Okay.
We have the funds.
Oh, no problem then.
Okay.
Vote.
You ready? You make the motion?
Yeah.
Have invoice number 9 from Cantech, $3,054. That's the final invoice on the engineering and design services for the sewer plant rehabilitation. Funding is Paintsville Utilities.
Have a
motion to pay invoice number 9.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Second pay request.
They have invoice number 20 from Broker Engineering, $9,957.84. Route 23 relocation project. Funding source is the Petty Transportation Cabinet, and we have received those funds.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second.
All, I'm sorry. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
We did receive another one today. I had an opportunity to get in there yet. It's from Bell Engineering on the old schoolhouse road water line improvement. It's invoice number 160833, $1,160, and that will be funded by Paintsville Utilities.
Do I have a motion to approve and pay that invoice?
I move. So move.
Second. All in favor? Any opposed?
Aye. What was the company again?
Bell.
Bell.
What was your vote?
Aye.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Okay.
Review and approval of the monthly invoices. Start with the first is the legal service invoice.
The invoice you have in front of you did not completely print out. There's a second page for that for some reimbursement expenses incurred of $43.50. The total invoice is $533.50.
Motion to pay.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Second item is the other operating expenses.
Motion to approve the invoices.
Have a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Departmental reports.
Any additions?
Does anybody have any? I assume everybody's reviewed what's in the packets. Anybody have any comments or concerns or want to raise any or have any discussion?
On that 24-inch ductile iron, do you all believe that this force and maybe not at the right angle caused it to just shove in?
I think what happened on it was whenever the contractor came back those couple of times and worked on it before, they had welded rods on to the encasement and duct plugged those to the 10-inch. The last time it was in here, they didn't reattach those, so there wasn't nothing there to hold it from pushing. And as the PRV kicked off and on, it finally drove itself in, just like driving a hammer with a nail. But it just drove its way out.
The assumption probably was when they had the first problem, then they put that big kicker in there, that would keep the T from shifting. But what nobody would have thought would happen is that the 10-inch ductile actually went inside a 10-inch ductile and allowed the big pipe to separate. It's kind of weird to look at.
I know about 3 or 4 ways to do it, but none of them the way had it done.
But when they put it back in, those rods are in place.
Any more comments or questions or discussion? Not, we'll move on to old business. Alrighty. Move on to new business. A is the line relocation contract on the Toms Creek Bridge.
Yeah, that's the project being handled as an emergency through the transportation cabinet. We did receive 5 bids on that. The low bidder was Boca Enterprises in the amount of $18,000, which is well under the engineer's estimates. We have a recommendation here from Boca Engineering that we award that to Boca.
Are they through with 321 yet?
They're very close. Mark, do you know, Larry was going to try to meet them up there to get that last tie in. They couldn't do it last week because our guys were tied
Yeah, I
up.
don't think they did today.
Well, they would have been bad.
Do we know if they'd be able to start pretty quick on it? Cause I know that was a concern.
They'll have to.
Hang on. I think they're supposed to start Monday to finish up the finish.
Tying.
Make a motion to award it to Boca.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next item is emergency water supply to the Big Sandy Water District.
Yeah, we received a call from Big Sandy on December 13th indicating that their pump station serving the southern part of Ross County had failed, and there is an interconnect between the 2 systems. They asked if we could supply 25,000 to 45,000 gallons a day. We got together and made a determination that was feasible, and it was done for about a 10-day period. We do need to approve the emergency wholesale rate on that, $2.50 per thousand. There's actually a letter in from the their general manager in the very back of your packet that's stuff in there last minute.
Do I have a motion for approval of the emergency water supply to the Big Sandy Water District?
Make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
That is actually as a recommendation to City Council. They ultimately have to approve.
Okay. Well, it's got our blessing. Next
It was
item.
good we were in a position to do that, and it kind of developed a bit of a relationship we didn't previously have. And if you read that letter, it's from him says, please don't hesitate to call. I think he even said it was 3 o'clock in the morning. Don't hesitate to call.
Next item is vehicle GPS proposal.
And that's something that's kind of been on my wish list for a while. Better dispatch management, vehicle management, safety for our employees, and a few other things. This is probably the strongest program we've seen, and it's the best rate we've seen, it's a discounted rate temporarily. Something I would love to be able to do. I know, Bobby and I went through a demo with it, and it was pretty impressive. I'm concerned about that cost in a lot of our current revenue situation. But I kind of wanted to present that just to see what your all thoughts were, before you see the benefits, if it's worth it to us.
Is this something similar to where you got an account online that you can pull up and it'll ping the GPS and it'll give you the location?
You can actually
Like a map?
call it up, and you have a map, and it'll show every one of your vehicles that's monitored on there. And it even ties into Google Maps. You can go right down to ground level and see what business or location employees if that location's available on Google.
Is this proposed on every vehicle we have?
That's the way they proposed it.
What about, when new vehicles come in?
There's a $100 fee to switch vehicles if they do it.
I think it'd be better to look at it at some other time that would be a more, I guess, more economical, a better economical time, in my opinion.
No, I disagree with that. I think our safety of our employees is higher than the money.
I don't think it would have that much to do with safety right now.
Do we
It'd be for other aspects.
do we provide everybody with a cell phone?
Yes.
Can't we track them through their cell phones? Isn't there some capability that if you have your cell phone with you that we would know?
I'm not sure how much detail you can get into with that. I can check with Appalachian and see what.
I mean, all this is going to provide us is a geographic location of where they are, which I assume you can get the same thing through your cell phones.
Appalachian does have something like that. They used to.
Well, Appalachian actually proposed something to me sometime back, but it was much more expensive than this. But that was a true GPS.
Yeah.
OnStar, I think, has that capability, although it probably has to be installed in the vehicle. That would be expensive, but you could get new vehicles with OnStar and begin moving towards that.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be as expensive as this is going to be.
It has to be General Motors.
It looks like since we already we do provide the phones, don't we?
We do. Now, they don't work everywhere.
Yeah.
With some of the signal issues.
But for the most part, I mean, we would be able to track where people are if we wanted to.
Would you want to table this for now and let Bob check into the
Yeah.
phone situation if that's a possibility, and then visit this later?
Yeah. Let's just kind of compare the costs and see what the
But
features are.
And you know, I'm recommending we table it as well. I'm not sure I understand that it's a discounted rate for now, and that's only available for January.
Another possibility would be to put dash cameras in the vehicles, and probably you could get live feed from those dash cameras. I don't know if that'd be. I imagine that would be a lot cheaper, but you know, it'd be just like a mobile security camera. Russians, for example, you see all those videos where Russians have wrecks. It's because they all have these dash cams up. So everything that goes on, you know, they got that meteor coming in on hundreds of cars and so on.
All right, so we're just going to go ahead. You're going to check on that, and then we're going to come back and re-explore this maybe next month. Is that fair with everybody?
That's good.
Yeah.
Next item is the GE service agreement for the water treatment plant.
What we're asking for there is a renewal of our current Insight program where they will monitor our plant and provide the 24-hour service on it as well.
Do we know, you talk about a multi-year, up to 5 years to lock in a rate. So it'd be that same rate, the $12,570 for
Right.
the next 5 years.
Up to 5 years.
So that's 4. If it's up to, instead of 3, 5 years.
What about inside hardware we're talking about also? What's,
At this point, I don't believe they got back there to fully explain that to them.
Does Crow say, does he say that we're getting service for what we're paying for to
Yes.
start with?
Yes, he feels like this is absolutely necessary.
just one of the problems we've had with them, to agree with all the membrane problems, that's why I was curious about that.
And part of this is actually monitoring the membranes and keeping a history on them.
Do I have a motion then to,
So moved.
We would have to do them separate or together,
I guess
or
since
one
it,
for signing and one for
the hardware?
hardware?
Well, the agreement, I think probably go ahead and need to make the decision on that, and then the other could be a management decision if we need to do it.
Okay. All right, then we have a motion for, to go forward with the renewal agreement from GE. Have a motion on that.
Make a motion.
Second.
Second.
Okay, is that for 1 year or
as many years you can get it for that price.
For 5 years.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be 500 every year, and possibly more continually. I mean, we save in the long run, but do you know if that has to be paid all up front, or is
That would be annual payment.
Annual payment?
Yeah.
Yeah, that just saves us later. Yeah, for a 5 year.
Guess you're gonna amend your motion to that effect? Alright, so we're going to, the motion is to exercise renewal agreement from GE for the monitoring service for a period up to five years. Locked in at a rate of $12,570 annually. Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Now, this second item, you're gonna take care of it on the hardware? Okay.
We need to do one.
The next item is sewer line replacements.
Okay, we've previously discussed issues we've had on 3, essentially 1 block long sewer lines. And we asked Bo Cook to develop plans on that. They've done that. Bo Cook is here. I guess I'll give you the floor.
Plans are here if you want to look at them. They, first, there's 3 locations, and we set it up so that you could 3 separate bid packages. So you could 3 separate bids if you wanted to combine those, or if you don't have the money, you can pick and choose when you want to do it. The first project's actually behind our office from 10th Street to 11th Street, and what we proposed naturally is to keep the manholes where they're at, but we're going to put a manhole in the middle because the way it looks like the sewer line, if it's straight through there, comes pretty close to some of the buildings, so it'll put it back into the center of the alley, and that estimate is about $61,000 to do that. The second one's over on Walnut Avenue, and we looked at a couple issues there from the curb to the sidewalk, which where we got all the utilities now, which has the existing sewer. The main water line has the gas line, so we looked at putting it in the sidewalk, but we don't have separation, have the input required, and we can actually put a terrace in that if vertical terrace between the water and the sewer to get it out of that 10-foot, but it makes everything a little bit deeper, so we looked at putting it actually out into Walnut Avenue, which I think would probably be the cheaper way and easier way to do it. That way we can put the line in, all we have to do is extend the existing sewer lines out to that. We're also including repaving the curb to curb on Walnut Avenue. We did not include milling in that, but so this estimate's maybe a little bit low with $67,000. But the milling shouldn't be that much. The third package was up on 6th Street. Here again, we looked at a couple options, trying to that's where the sewer line's in front of those 4 or 5 houses, and we looked at putting it in 6th Street itself, but it gets too deep and it's way too expensive to do that, so we're putting it back where it is, and we're putting clean outs at every connection, and if we have to bend it instead of putting the manhole, we'll put another clean out. Cost of that is roughly $44,000.
Is the one behind your office, that's the one that we had collapse with Tommy Deskins?
Pretty good sinkhole there.
Yeah, okay.
Then the other one on Walnut, they've been there 4 or 5 times, hooking everybody back up and stuff, so.
Yeah.
Pretty much everybody on that line's had an issue with some smaller sinkholes.
So there's not been any sinkholes on 6th Street?
On Sixth Street.
I hope there have been.
Well, for all three,
Blockages is what's happening.
Yeah, it's just that inferior pipe they use when they put it in, it collapses on the inside.
for all three projects, we're looking at about $172,000. Right, something in that range, plus milling. What's everybody's pleasure? You want to go ahead and bid them and see where they come in?
I'd say bid them all three as one project. I think you might get a cheaper rate than trying to do individual shots.
It's not a short area to work in for your mobilization either.
If we get a better price that way.
Most likely.
Okay. Is that your motion to make a
That's my
motion to
motion.
do a bid package for all three projects?
All
Second.
together as one.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any other new business? Okay. Executive session. For personnel. Any other reasons? Okay. Have a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. We'll go into executive session.
Motion to return from executive
Second.
section.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Do we have anything to report?
The commission did take action in the form of hiring a Class 1 equipment operator. Name will be withheld pending notification, pending passing any and all necessary background checks. Otherwise, the commission gave directives to management as to other issues involving personnel.
Have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Adios.
Made a motion.